guys, this is the Ultravari CTV. Make sure to subscribe. Today we're going to watch the Rejected Rainbow Friends sad story.
Sure, there may have been a few incidents here and there where they may have
Wait, that's
fought,
the
but even the
purple
closest
story.
of brothers do that occasionally. For the most part, blue, orange, green, and purple have been best buds since they were transformed from humans. But what if I told you there was one rainbow friend in particular that they always hated? Someone that was never loved or invited to their various parties. I know what you're thinking. It's probably Red, right? While it's true Red is rainbow friends now, he had plenty of opportunities to be accepted by the group. It's his own fault he chose to destroy and deceive at every possible turn.
Whoa,
and
he
even
just-
now, if he was to ask for forgiveness, they would probably forgive all the bad things he's done.
Yeah.
No, this is the story of a rainbow friend no one knows or cares about. The rejected rainbow friend.
Looks
Gray.
kind of scary
To fully
to me.
understand his sad tale, we must go back to where it all began.
Is he tired
Back
or
before he was the
sleepy?
hideous ant-like monster he is today. Gary Grayson seemed like
Oh,
a very
now I
normal
mean
child growing up.
Gary
He was polite to his
Grayson.
parents and got good grades in school.
A plus,
He was
A
very
plus,
healthy
A
for his
plus.
age and loved to spend time outdoors.
I hope he doesn't
On top of that,
break his
he
ankle
always had a fascination with
because
animals.
he's flying
But
off.
unlike the other kids, who enjoyed learning about all sorts of large zoo creatures or ancient dinosaurs, Gary was only interested in one very specific region of the animal kingdom.
Bugs.
Bugs. His obsession started off small, with a simple butterfly
That's a blue
fluttering through the
butterfly.
air. But quickly he wanted to learn about every insectoid he could. Bees, centipedes, ladybugs. If it buzzed in the air or crawled on the ground, Gary had to know more about it. He would spend multiple hours a day after school looking for new specimen to study. When he found something, he'd collect them in jars,
I hope
like
he
a prize
doesn't-
trophy. Proud of his discoveries, he would try to show off to the other children. They did not share Gary's enthusiasm for bugs, however. In fact, they all
okay.
found them yucky and unpleasant to look at.
It's not yucky.
Some of the meaner boys
No,
would
no,
take
no,
his bugs and squash them
no.
under their feet.
That one looks so
They'd call him
beautiful.
names like Gross Gary or Bug Boy and would shove him to the ground.
If you like insects so much, you should just stay down in the dirt with them. Yeah, they're your only real friends, Bug Boy.
That's not funny at
In a
all.
strange way, however, without their bullying, he may not have discovered his most favorite insect of all, the mighty ant.
Mighty
They were
ant.
everything Gary wished he was, both super strong for their size and constantly surrounded by friends and family. You see, while Gary's social life wasn't particularly good, his home
Okay.
life was actually worse. His parents fought all the time, screaming and yelling at each other at the top of their lungs.
What are they yelling?
Can't keep supporting Gary's weird obsession with bugs. It's creepy and weird, and all of the kids hate him for it. I mean, he's a freak. We should take him to the Rainbow Friends play place like a normal boy.
No.
He's not interested in that stuff.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
don't want our son to be friends with bullies anyways. If learning about insects makes him happy, we should let him.
First things, never be friends with bullies. No, because if you do that, you'll be a bully too.
Eventually, the two had to split up. The mom and dad just couldn't agree on anything.
No!
And he had to move out. And since his dad was in the army, he was gone for long periods of time.
Oh.
With his father out of the picture,
Sad.
Gary was forced to give up his bug collection.
No,
It was all
his
he really ever
bug
cared about.
collection.
Gary wasn't even allowed to talk about bugs. If he did, his mom would make him do all sorts of difficult chores.
If you want to talk about ants so much, then you must not mind working as hard as an ant.
Gary was miserable. But whenever his dad was back in Bloxburg, Gary got to stay at his house. Gary would look forward to it for months.
Remember, absolutely no mention of insects of any kind. You hear me?
No bug talk. Got it.
Luckily for Gary, his dad didn't care about what Mom thought. He just wanted to make his
okay.
boy happy.
I got this for you, buddy. You can open it, but we gotta keep it here at my place. It'll be our little secret.
It was the best present Gary could have asked for.
Yay!
His very own ant farm.
Oh, an
Every
ant
time
farm.
he was able to visit his dad, he would examine it for hours.
Look like a noodle farm. A black noodle farm.
Unfortunately, Gary was only able to visit his dad when he wasn't off fighting in the war. At one time, he never returned.
Oh, so sad.
He was the only one that was ever truly nice to Gary. The only person supportive that didn't make him feel like a loser. To make matters
Sad.
even worse, it meant that his mom was finally
No!
able to find the ant farm, and she
No!
was furious.
I can't believe you, Gary! All these years, you've been lying to me? When will you get over this stupid bug stuff and just grow up? It's time to teach you a lesson once and for all.
No, don't turn
Mom
it
took
into
the ant farm
fire.
outside and smashed it to smithereens. She poured gas
No!
on the rubble and lit it on fire.
No.
It broke Gary. He felt like he had no real family left. He was now all alone in this world. He decided, against the wishes of his mother, to pursue his passion of entomology. His good grades helped him get into one of the most prestigious colleges in all of Roblox. It was everything he could have ever dreamed of. There were bug species neatly organized all over the room, surrounded by magnifying glasses, microscopes, and other testing equipment. Gary could spend all day and night studying.
Yeah.
Even better, he was finally around other people that shared his same love of insects. His first human friends.
Oh yeah, that's
And that's
nice.
all he needed to be happy for the first time in a long time. Sure, he didn't have much to his name, just a small dorm room and a new ant farm, just like the one his dad got him all those years ago, but that's all he wanted. Unfortunately, going to a fancy college was far from cheap, and Gary didn't have a job. He never really got much experience in high school, so he was desperate for anything that had decent pay. That's when he saw it. An
The
ad
Rainbow
for a
Friends
job
Play
at the
Place.
Rainbow Friends Play Place. Gary remembered his mother talking all
Friends
about it as a kid.
Family
Surely it'd be a
fun.
good spot to make some cash.
50%.
So he called the number.
Hello? Is this the Rainbow Friends Play Place?
Why, yes. Yes, it is. Are you inquiring about the position that just became available?
Yeah. But the ad doesn't say what I'd be doing or how much I'd be making, and...
Well, why don't you give us a visit, and I'll go over all the details.
Suddenly, the line went dead, and
Oh,
Gary hung up.
okay.
He was nervous. He leaned over to his ant farm and picked up some of his friends.
Another question. What are these? Okay. You want to notice what are these? Just tell in the comments. I think there are tubes where ants go around and around and around and around. That's my guess.
Alright, guys. Wish me luck. I feel like I'm going to need it.
I'm sure you can imagine what happens next. Gary drove to
don't,
the play
don't,
place and
don't
found
go-
the place
go
looking
that
trashed
way.
and abandoned.
That-
He knew it seemed risky to enter, but he was just so desperate for money. He couldn't let his dream die, so he went inside. He walked
You
through the
should
various
not go
halls,
there.
searching for Red's office, or anyone really.
Hello?
Don't go
Is
there.
anyone there?
Don't go
And
there.
suddenly, down the hallway, a light from one of the labs turns on. Gary cautiously stepped inside to find a
Don't
strange
go there.
contraption whirring to life.
Don't.
What is this place?
Why, it's your new home.
Huh?
But what neither Red or
What? I
Gary
did not
realized
notice
was
that
that one of
ant.
Gary's ants was still on him.
How did I notice that?
What? No, what have you become? Some kind of bug? No child would want to come pay money to see a disgusting creature like you. Get out of my sight.
Gray wanted to run away, to return to his studies, but he knew that Red was right. If no one liked him when he was younger, they certainly weren't going to accept him now. His only hope to fit in was with the other rainbow
Oh,
friends,
they're
blue,
rainbow
orange,
friends.
green, and purple, but even they were disgusted by him. They laughed at his lack of colors, at his insect-like appearance. They called him names and wouldn't even invite him to their parties.
Sorry, pal, but Gray isn't a part of any rainbow I'm aware of. Get lost, you bug-eyed freak! Crawl back to whatever hole in the ground you came from. Yeah.
And so he did. Maybe one day the others will accept Gray for who he is. They'll see that they've now become the bullies that used to pick on all of them. But until then, Gray will hide away in his tiny bunker, hidden away from everyone else as the rejected rainbow friend.
Okay, guys. This will be the end of this video. Bye.